space. Okay. All right, Mr. Armstrong, could you verify your date of birth, please?
January 6th, 1995.
Thank you. And then Ms. Plavette, did you have any additions or corrections to make to the pre-sentence report?
No, Your Honor.
Do you, Mr. Seifert?
No, Your Honor.
Do you agree, Mr. Armstrong?
Yes, ma'am.
And Ms. Plavette, is there a victim representative wishing to be heard?
Yes, Your Honor, there are two victim representatives who are present and would like to address the court.
Two?
Yes.
Okay. Good morning.
Good morning, Ron.
And what is your name, sir?
My name is Jerry Matthew Salo.
Okay, and what would you like to say?
I'd just like to say that as Erica's husband, you know, our marriage might have not been the greatest. Everyone certainly has their opinion on whether or not I should even be here or not. But I love my wife every single day with everything I had. And to this day, I still sit there and would like to message her, and I can't. And since then, I've also reached out to the parents of her kids. And ultimately, I have a lot of things that I could say about my experiences with Justin and the things that I've dealt with. But nothing is more damaging than knowing the fact that her kids do not have the opportunity at a second chance with her. They don't get to repair their life because he made choices. He chose to do the drugs. He chose to do the alcohol. He chose to drive at the speeds he chose to drive at. It wasn't an accident. He made a series of choices, and any one of those choices could have caused the accident, the wreck. And her kids don't get a chance. So, granted, yeah, there's a conviction. He's going to do some time. But in no way do I think justice has been served. Definitely not for her kids. And that's all I have to say.
Thank you, sir. And you said there was someone else? Good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor.
And what is your name?
My name is Courtney Klein. I was Erica's little sister.
Okay. And what would you like to say?
For starters, this is one of the hardest things that I've ever had to do. Being here and having to speak about my sister in the past tense is something that I've never imagined. Erica was the type of person that could light up any room just by walking in. She was brave, courageous. She was the most selfless person to ever exist. She would go above and beyond for the people that she loved, and losing her so suddenly and so abrupt, our whole world had shattered. It's been 290 days since we've lost her. A night where the world stood still, where everything went dark. It's been a year of firsts, a month after we had to celebrate her birthday without her. Holidays coming up, we still have to celebrate without her, and it's been almost a year. The pain that weighs on my family is consistent and it's constant, and there's not a day that goes by where she's not thought of or she's talked about. Receiving the phone call that I did, hearing the news, feeling the utter shock through my body. It was one decision, one wrong decision. At the moment it seemed fun, it was her escape, it was her reality. She was who she was as a person. Knowing she found peace in some of the things that she did, but also knowing that one wrong decision, one wrong move, being irresponsible, it cost us in the end. And not only did we lose somebody as well, but now the choices that were made, 2 children have to go on, their father locked up behind bars for a prolonged period of time, because the right decision wasn't made.
Thank you. And Mr. Seifert, Seifert, you can come back over with your client to the podium, please. And Ms. Prevette, did you have any other statement on behalf of the people?
No, thank you.
Mr. Seifert?
Thank you.
Well, first, before you begin, I did receive substance use evaluation as well as a letter from Mr. Armstrong that I did read prior to coming onto the record today, so, but go ahead with any statement, please.
Thank you, Your Honor, I appreciate that. I think that Ms. Klein's correct, that this is a tragedy all around. I think two families' lives are going to be changed forever now. Both Mr. Armstrong, his children, as she said, are not going to see their father for an extended period of time. And the same thing for Ms. Warner, that her children are never going to see her again. So I think she was correct in that this is tragic all around. And I think Mr. Armstrong does recognize that. He is very remorseful, he is very contrite. I know that there's nothing I can say here today that's going to change the outcome. This is predetermined as part of the sentencing agreement we had as a compromise in this case. It's something that I did discuss with Mr. Armstrong at length before we came in. The guidelines are what I expected, so we did know that before coming in today, that the agreed upon sentence was likely going to be above the top end of those guidelines. I think that Attorney Heckman might have had him scored a little bit differently, but we did know that coming into today, so I think Mr. Armstrong is just ready to move forward. So I would just ask the court to follow the sentencing agreement, Your Honor.
Okay, and Mr. Armstrong, did you have anything that you'd like to say before I sentence you?
Yes, if I may. I'm sorry to you guys and your kids. That's all I gotta say.
Okay. All right, well, Mr. Armstrong, at this point, you're 30 years old and you do have a felony on your record as well as 3 misdemeanors, and you were on bond at the time of this offense, which occurred back in December of last year, where your car went off the road and hit some trees, and the victim in this case, Erica, was ejected from the vehicle. And apparently she was your girlfriend at the time, and you were found to have smelled of alcohol, and there was also an amount of alcohol in the vehicle at the time of this crash. And as I said before, I did read the letter that you wrote, and I'm sure that there's nothing that that I can say that would make anyone feel any better. I'm sure whatever sentence, which not whatever sentence, but the sentence that you'd agreed upon is not going to make anyone feel any better. This whole series of events, series of choices, resulted in an inexplicable tragedy. And while I appreciate, I don't know how the family feels about you saying that you're sorry. I appreciate you saying that, but I can also see where those words would just fall flat. Because saying you're sorry at this juncture obviously is not going to heal any wounds. It's probably not really going to help. I mean, it may be at least he said he's sorry type of situation, as opposed to helping anyone move forward. Obviously, losing someone so abruptly and so suddenly and so unexpectedly that you talk to all the time, that you see all the time, it's your girlfriend, you're with her, you're hanging out with her, you're enjoying her time. And I speak with individuals all the time that have drunk driving offenses, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them that don't result in this type of scenario. Yours did. That's just how it happened for you. Having said all of that, again, there's no words that I can say that will help. This is just another step in the process towards healing, which I hope happens for you, Mr. Armstrong, and I also hope happens for Erica's family, because obviously she was a remarkable young woman who was loved by many people. Having said that, your guidelines are 43 to 86 months, and you do have a sentence agreement to be sentenced to 10 years on the minimum, which does drastically exceed your sentencing guidelines, but I do note that you made that sentence agreement, and part of that was an agreement for the homicide charge to be dropped, which would have, had you been convicted or pled to homicide, would have significantly increased the amount of years that you would do on a minimum. So I do intend to go along with that sentence agreement, because I believe, again, that the sentence guidelines are not a surprise to anyone, the people or to you. And so I am going to go along with that sentence agreement, sir, and sentence you to 10 to 15 years in the Michigan Department of Corrections. You'll receive credit for 223 days already served. There's a $68 state minimum, cost $130 crime victim rights assessment, and $1,000 in court costs that you'll be responsible for as well. And you do have 42 days to appeal your sentence, Mr. Armstrong. And if you'd like a court-appointed attorney to represent you in an appeal, you have 42 days to make that request. All right, thank you.
Thank you.